I got one for you.
This
let
man.
me take the driver's seat for 1 second. How do you feel about this though? December 4th, 2001. Your man's come out with one of the most arguably iconic songs in his catalog. And it's going against your man's, Ether. It's going against your boy, Jay-Z. Dropped in 2001, December. See, I had that set up because, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, how you feel about that? It's what, 23 years now?
How I feel about what? The Takeover or Ether?
Ether. It came out 23 years ago, December 4th.
No doubt, man. I mean, Ether's it's definitely probably one of the dopest diss records. It doesn't beat Takeover to me. I'm just gonna keep it real. But it's a better song than Takeover. But to me, Jay-Z's content and what he was talking about was more realistic. Nas, for the first time, really kind of went off cuff. Because Nas really don't Joan on niggas in his lyrics. He calling them the Camel Man and Tybo. Like, this the first time we seen Nas go on some, you know what I'm saying, on some off the cuff Red Man type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going at Jay, but in a humorous way. So I think people was able to digest that better. But I just love how Jay, because it's hard to come at Nas. It's like, damn, how can I talk about Nas? But the way Jay-Z came up with that scheme, when you start putting up his albums, like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I really didn't fuck with that album. Yeah, Illmatic was dope. Okay.
Only part I liked about Takeover was that,
you know,
like
well, that was just the beat, but I'm just talking about the lyrics per se. That's why I give it to Jay as far as the content, because to me, he was going at nigga on some realistic shit. Like, nigga, I'm kind of giving you my facts. You know, I ain't got to talk about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you. So that's why I fuck with Takeover. But far as a whole song, yeah, I give it to Ether because the beat was super sick. You know what I'm saying? It was shock value of him using that Pac intro. You know what I'm saying? Because Pac went at Nas. So we that was the last person. Of course, this is where they got the soundbite from, but that was the last person we'll think that he would use. And that was like, oh my gosh, this nigga just went in using Pac. Fuck Jay-Z.
But we almost kind of alluded to that
so,
when we had Hayes on, when he was talking about him and Nas had squashed that and they was going to hook up. So I think that's what that was alluding to. Now that we know what we know now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the only reason why he even used that, because they was probably cool. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, they met up. Yeah, I heard the story as well. You know what I'm saying? They was able to piece it out. So, but yeah, just him using that though was just crazy. So I mean, yeah, it was like it was really the first back-to-back of his time, because you can play Ether in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can play Takeover in the club too, but Ether was that
bobbing their head to that shit.
You know
what I'm saying? About to say. They play.
But you can play Takeover in the club too, and motherfuckers be like,
yeah. Just on the East
Coast.
Ether
was on some more
shit somewhere in the Midwest. They gonna look around at you, nigga, like,
nah, nigga, they play Ether in the club, dog. Especially when that shit was going down.
I'm not saying that.
I mean, not Ether, but they play Takeover in the club. Facts.
Probably on some East Coast shit. But I'm saying, if you playing that shit in the West Coast,
I mean, I don't care how you play it, nigga. If it's in your club, they play it in your club, nigga. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I'm just saying. But yeah, of course, Ether was more club friendly. You know what I'm saying? The beat had the hard bass knocking. You know what I'm saying? It was just, so I'll give it to him. But yeah, 23 years later, epic battle. Shout out to Nas, man. I mean, that nigga, he had to do what he had to do. He had to come off them ropes, baby.